You're watching WLEX-TV 18.
Good Friday evening, everyone. I'm Melanie Glasscock. John McGarry has the night off. We begin tonight in Powell County, where the water supply is in danger of drying up. Now, this morning, the results and the residents had a 10-day supply and only one option left to try. Our John Wesley Brett joins us live from our newsroom with an update on the experiment. John.
Well, Melanie, yesterday we showed you workers feverishly constructing a pipeline from the Red River up to the county's reservoir. Today, it could get its first test as the state continues checking the quality of that river to see if it's even fit for drinking.
If this were a movie, then this would be the showdown at high noon. But this is real life, and at stake, loss of water to 14,000 people, and only one last hope of reversing that trend. This makeshift pipeline to pump water from the Red River to the drying up reservoir. Everyone held their breath as the pipes finally filled with water and the tests began to see if the system was strong enough.
It's kind of amazing. It hit right on the dot. 1.205, we was expecting 1.2, so in millions.
Enough water to keep the reservoir from dropping further, but not enough to fill it back up.
It'll keep us in water, but we're still in a serious situation. You know, we need to still conserve water. We don't need, everything stays the same.
At local schools, disposable plates and plastic forks will still be used. The water fountains are off, and there's concern about sickness.
Color of the water, sometimes we're worried about it, the toilets flushing properly, the water pressure in drinking fountains and things like this, and it does present a problem.
At Clay City Elementary, absenteeism is way up since the crisis began. And while there is no proof, everyone believes the water problem is the cause.
Now, the quality of the Red River water has undergone a battery of tests this week, and the results were phoned to us just 7 minutes ago. Everything is just fine and dandy, and the water is now flowing into the reservoir. Still, many are worried about using that water from the Red River. One Clay City official says it has been condemned as a drinking source twice in the last few years. Melanie?
Okay, thank you, John. Now, the pipeline and the pump were donated by Hinkle Construction Corporation out of Paris, and Hinkle says that Powell Countyans can keep it for as long as they need it. Police say a bullet that passed through a little girl's head did indeed come from a confiscated rifle. 11-month-old Michaela Jones was shot November 17th in her Clark County home. Now, the bullet was found by neighbors Thanksgiving Day. They discovered it in the backyard of the mobile home in Trapp.
It was just found around 60 feet and some odd inches away from the house, and collected that, and through ballistics testing they could definitely tell that that certain rifle had fired that bullet.
Michaela was released from the hospital on Monday. Now, no charges have been filed against that hunter who stepped forward and admitted that he had been hunting in the area. However, the information has been turned over to a Clark County grand jury. A 15-year-old high school sophomore is battling for his life tonight. Jeffrey Moore was on a dirt bike yesterday when he collided with a Lincoln County school bus. Right now, he's in surgery. Our Heather Higdon joins us live from UK Children's Hospital with the latest on his condition. Heather.
Well, Melanie, doctors took the boy into surgery around 11 o'clock this morning, and at last check, he was still in the OR. His parents tell me that they expect him out at any time, and for them, it's been a waiting game since the accident.
They don't know if he'll ever walk again.
It's news no parent wants to hear, but for Wilbert and Tonda Moore, this news is reality. Their 15-year-old son, Jeffrey, riding a dirt bike here, collided with a school bus that carried his body 100 feet, breaking his back. His parents try to keep faith.
Thanking God that he's still alive, but hoping the boy can walk, because he's got football dreams, just like the big leaguers do. I thank God I was that close. Yeah. Could get to him fast.
While both parents spend time here concentrating on Jeffrey's health, each has questions about what happened on this road. They say they don't want to place blame, but can't understand how this could happen.
The woman, instead of hitting my son, she could have took a ditch. She wouldn't have got hurt. She could have took the ditch.
Now, of course, that was video from the scene of the accident that we first brought you on 18 Action News last night at 11. Earlier today, I had a chance to speak with the school's assistant superintendent. He tells me that the school has had a chance to review all of the information. They've even had a chance to interview witnesses who were at the scene of the collision, and it is the school's official opinion now that there was nothing that the bus driver could do to avoid the collision. He says right now his prayers are with the family. Melanie?
Okay, Heather. Now, the bus driver, 37-year-old Lisa Martin, voluntarily took a drug test. She is not suspended, but did not drive today. Martin was on her way home and had her 2 children with her. Well, one of the parents injured in a fire is improving tonight. The fire happened in Paintsville in Johnson County yesterday morning. Tonight, the hospital says Elizabeth Cavens has improved. She is now in serious but stable condition. Her husband, Philip, remains in fair condition. 7-year-old Corey and 11-year-old Misty died in that fire. A 3rd child was unharmed. It could have been a tragedy, but thanks to some quick thinking, a man who fell into a grain elevator last night is alive tonight. It happened here in Fleming County, and as Tami Kimball reports, the help of strangers made the difference between life and death.
Troy Butch Gilbert is back to work, cleaning up the mess that nearly cost him his life just a few hours earlier.
This is a bad situation, but it come out good.
Butch and his boss were moving feed corn for cattle from one bin to another when Butch was sucked into the middle of falling kernels. Walking through the corn is nearly impossible because it's so thick and heavy. But Butch Gilbert couldn't even move in it. He was being crushed under 30,000 pounds of kernels.
The only thing I could find was a chain and a power pole, and I tied it to his left arm and to the bend where he couldn't sink any deeper.
Stevens was making sure Butch wouldn't suffocate before going for help.
As long as my head was out, I could breathe. I know they'd get me out of there somehow.
In minutes, dozens of friends and neighbors came to help. They cut holes into the bin, then shoveled around him before pulling him out. Butch's family is thankful things didn't turn out much worse.
That's the first thing that crossed my mind. What if something happens to my husband? What would Christmas be like, you know?
His family and friends had that worry for a couple of hours. But now they and Butch thank everyone who helped, because without them, he wouldn't be back on the job right now.
I'd like to get all their names and send them a card.
In Fleming County, Tami Kimball, 18 Action News.
You'll be glad to know that Butch only suffers from a sore leg right now. His boss plans to hang ropes inside that bin for workers who hang on to in case anyone ever falls into the middle of the grain again. Campus police at Eastern Kentucky University believe they have caught their man. Hundreds of harassing phone calls to female students there have been traced to a former student who lives in New York. Now, for months, police on the Madison County campus have been trying to figure out who's responsible. A good portion of the calls were made to Telford Hall. Police say 21-year-old Sean Francis threatened to rape the students while asking sexually oriented questions. Telford Hall resident Kelly Smith received several of those calls.
It's rather annoying, so it makes it a lot easier knowing that you're not going to get a phone call at 3 in the morning from somebody who has nothing else to do.
Francis was arraigned on federal harassing communication charges. Now EKU police are investigating another threat, and we're going to tell you about that coming up at 6:30 tonight. Well, we've been talking about rain for the past few days. It's supposed to happen this weekend. We're going to turn to Kevin Hahn, the 18 Storm Center, to get the final word on this. Kevin.
Well, Mel, actually, we are getting some reports of some scattered light rain throughout the region. Let's check out the 18 Storm Team Storm Tracker 18, and you can see we do have some showers that are continuing to move to the east. As it does, it is starting to lessen in its intensity, so indeed we are seeing reports of just some drizzly stuff. But if you look out around Louisville, you can see a fewer, more intense showers. None of these are really spawning any thunderstorms just yet, but of course we'll be keeping an eye on it. Let's show you what's happening here. We do have an area of low pressure, and you can see the counterclockwise motion around it, and what's happening, it's pulling all of that moisture just a little north of us. Your highlight weather looks like this. We'll call it, cloudy but mild. Showers will be on and off. And the rain, well, it will stick around. I'll have all the details on how long it'll stick around with your 18 Storm Team forecast coming up in just a few moments. Mel?
All righty. Well, holiday parties are moving into full swing, but MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, want to remind you to tie one on and to be safe. That story straight ahead. And road rage is becoming such a common problem these days. Could your kids be getting angry behind the wheel? Coming up later, we'll have some tips to keep them safe in For the Family.
On an all-new Dateline Friday, mother and daughter are back together with a triumphant return.
She's back.
The Jane Pauley interview with the judge.
I'm Jane Pauley. Join me for Dateline tonight at 9, 8 Central on NBC.
Ford Country. Look at that truck.
It's Ford truck season with great deals on every Ford truck at your local Ford dealer. For the first time ever, get both. Up to $1,000 cash back and low 3-9 financing on the best-selling truck on the planet, F-150. One tough truck, one tough-to-beat deal. Up to $1,000 cash back and 3-9 financing on Ford F-150. But hurry, truck season ends soon at your local Ford dealer.
The whole world's Ford Country.
Kids aren't the only ones making a list this time of year. Check the adults in the family. Then come to Heilig-Meyer's Holiday Value Sale. If she wants a new bedroom, choose from a wide selection, like these styles for less than $800. If he wants a recliner, get this popular lane at our lowest price ever, just $277.95. If you both want a new dining room, this 5-piece dinette is less than $400. And on any in-stock item, you get delivery by Christmas, guaranteed. Heilig-Meyer's Holiday Value Sale. The sale where wishes come true.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Long John Silver's.
Have you been to Fayette Mall lately? Wow. They've got so many great stores. I do all my shopping there. Stores like Abercrombie & Fitch, Disney, Ann Taylor, Gap, Talbot's, and Williams-Sonoma. And great kids stores like The Children's Place, Gymboree, Learning Smith, and Limited Too. It's really a nice place to shop. You know, doing all your shopping at Fayette Mall is a smart idea. Real smart.
Those who ponder the natural order of things might be surprised that under Intrepid's sleek form lies a spacious cabin, and shocked to discover that Intrepid generates 200 horsepower from a mere 2.7 liters. So are Dodge engineers acting in defiance of natural law? Or do they just see things in a different light? Dodge Intrepid. Well-equipped, 19,950.
Governor Paul Patton says go ahead and tie one on for the holidays, but only if you're tying a red ribbon to your car. Today, Governor Patton and Kentucky State Troopers promised not to drink and drive this holiday season and sealed their pack by attaching red ribbons to their cars. Mothers Against Drunk Driving started that ribbon campaign 13 years ago in tribute to all of the people who've been killed or injured by drunk drivers on Kentucky roads. Patton says smart partners won't get behind the wheel and drive while they're drinking.
We're serious about punishing those that violate the law, particularly a law that can result in ultimate tragedy to Kentuckians.
Last year, 285 people died in drunk driving accidents here in Kentucky, but state police say that number is dwindling. Some good news there. Well, the holidays are also a time for giving, and you can help out by taking some canned or dried foods to the Mountain of Love out at Fayette Mall. That's where we find our Tracy Kornet tonight. Is that mountain growing, Tracy?
It is growing, and can I just tell you, 2 seconds ago, come on up, sir. Look, we have a delivery. Hello, did you bring some food for us today? Yeah? Hi, Dad. What did you bring here for us?
Just a bunch of canned goods.
What prompted you to come?
We just found a lot of stuff that we weren't using and figured someone else needed.
Well, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, we are out here at the Mountain of Love Center Court Fayette Mall as our stroller gets captured in our mic cord. Thank you. Let's take a look. I have to say, I was here earlier this week, and it did not look like this. We've seen a real surge of canned goods and some generous folks out there bringing their donations here to the Mountain of Love. Let's talk to Captain Evan Hickman again. Are you happy with the turnout so far?
Very happy. We're very thrilled with the support we're getting from across the region.
We had a family that contacted our divisional headquarters in Cincinnati that have seen the commercials and the spots on TV, wanted to know how to get a hold of us. We're able to help them this Christmas season because of the generous people supporting the Mountain of Love, so we're so grateful.
A single parent that just recently lost the spouse, left, I understand, with 3 children.
And 3 children in the home, and wouldn't be able to have Christmas without the support of the Mountain of Love, so we're so thankful.
And these are the kinds of families that are going to be benefiting from your generosity. If you can bring your non-perishable items down here before December 12th, why not do it tonight? Why not do it this weekend before it gets really crazy here at Fayette Mall and give to the Mountain of Love? Captain, thank you so very much. And I want to tell you all, please join us in the next half hour because we're going to tell you how to stay safe and sane by simply getting here. How road rage has trickled down to your teenagers. We're going to tell you about that in the next half hour. Meanwhile, get your food ready and bring it on here to Fayette Mall. Melanie?
Thank you, Tracy. Sure, a lot of people will be headed out to Fayette Mall and the other malls this weekend to do a little Christmas shopping. They're wondering about the weather. Kevin Hall, what can you tell us?
Well, it'll be a great weekend to be inside of malls because we'll be ducking and dodging showers throughout the weekend. 48 and 31, the normal daytime highs and lows. Boy, it was just very mild. 43, 58, the daytime high. Your complete 18 Storm Team forecast coming up next.
Last week, 23 million Americans spent their holiday in Providence. NBC Tonight begins with the show that warms your heart, Providence. Then, on an all-new Dateline, mother and daughter are back together with a triumphant return.
She's back.
The Jane Pauley interview with the Judds on an all-new Dateline. And on a special Friday, Law and Order. A citywide manhunt takes an explosive turn.
Hey, man, no! Don't do that!
Providence, followed by an all-new Dateline and Law and Order, NBC Tonight.
Once in a while, a car comes along that's really worth pursuing. A car that offers a lot of features at a value that until now has proved to be very elusive. Of course, you have to go see such a car. To not would be criminal. The Special Edition Accord for the year 2000.
You know what ticks me off? Well, a lot. But the main thing is a phony. That's why I like these Arby's chicken fingers. They're the genuine article, none of that processed nugget stuff.
Arby's chicken fingers are big, crispy strips of real all-white meat chicken.
That looks good. That's real, not phony. I can't stand phony.
Down, boy.
Sorry.
Don't settle for anything but Arby's real all-white meat chicken fingers.
Santa, do you really deliver presents to good kids all around the world?
No, Joey. All around Kentucky. May all the magic of the holiday season be yours. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. All around coverage, all around Kentucky.
Nobody does Christmas like Lifestyles Home Marketplace. Lifestyles has the popular cake candles and all the newest scents. Buy one, get one free. Lifestyles Home Marketplace in the Greenleaf Shopping Center, Danville.
Oh, it is so mild outside. Look at these temperatures reported within this hour. Talking about upper 50s to low 60s over in Huntington, West Virginia. We do have quite mild conditions. We're at 55 over at the Bluegrass Airport. The relative humidity is comfortable right now at 45%. You see the pressure in those southerly winds at about 15 miles per hour. That's really the only problem, is feeling just a little breezy outside. Let's check in with some of our weather watchers. We'll head on over to Lawrenceburg and check in with Jennifer Royalty. She called in. Yesterday was her first day reporting as a weather watcher. We appreciated that, but we didn't get the information on in time. But 58 degrees just about an hour ago. Thank you very much, Jennifer. We also heard from Ann Snyder over in Eubank, over in Pulaski County. 55 degrees just an hour ago. Whew. 18 Storm Team Dual Doppler showing you especially over in portions of western Kentucky. That's where they are dealing with more severe or heavier rains. No real severe rain. And of course, as that system continues to advance to the east, that is what is going to provide us with the spotted showers that we will experience during the course of the evening. And it looks like that's going to be happening through the weekend. Sunday looks a little rainier. Let's check out the future track starting tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. and you can see we will have just about showers everywhere, and as we move on through, the clouds will remain, so it does appear as if we might be able to get the parade in, but again, bring an umbrella because we could see a pop-up shower or two throughout the course of the day. Into Sunday, you can see that we will have another line starting to strengthen and get its act together. That's going to continue to advance through, providing us with still just a steadier rain, but it's not going to be severe, at least according to the 18 Storm Team Future Track. Here's your forecast for tonight. We'll call it mostly cloudy. It'll be mild. We'll have a chance of drizzle. Look at that, 52 degrees evening temperatures. South winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, it is going to be mostly cloudy. We'll have a chance of some showers here and there. It'll be a little breezy, but still mild. 68 degrees. Woohoo! Let's take a look at the extended. Here we go. And as you can see, temperatures don't really tail off until, let's say, around Monday or Tuesday. But even then, those are above what they should be for this time of year. We should be actually in the upper 40s for daytime highs. So I don't think anyone's going to be complaining. And, of course, you know what's happening over in Powell County and, quite frankly, throughout our state. We need this good soaking rain, so we'll take all of this rain that you see in the forecast.
It's hard to believe that we're in December.
Yes.
And we're in the 50s and 60s still.
And this close to Christmas.
Not that we're complaining.
No one was complaining.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin.
All righty.
Well, Kentucky woman rose into the history books. Her amazing story is coming up. And we're going to take you to Louisville, where the Boyle County High School football team is going after its first state championship. Stay with us.
The temperature may be taking a dip, but things are really heating up at Captain D's. Introducing Captain D's new Fireside Feast. Choose from flaky broiled fish, succulent shrimp, or tender chicken, wrapped in foil to seal in the flavor. Then add hearty red potatoes and roasted peppers for that hickory smoked, just off the campfire taste. From just $4.49, they're catching on from coast to coast.
Captain D's, please.
Jeep Grand Cherokee has our most advanced anti-lock brake system ever. Perfect for the stop and go of rush hour traffic. Lease a new Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $359 a month. Check one out at your Jeep dealer.
Good morning. It's Tuesday. At 9, Bob's Garage calls. It's your transmission. At 11, you find last month's electric bill in your purse. At 3, your son reminds you that he starts basketball practice tomorrow. At 3:01, your worst suspicions are confirmed. At 4, you enter National Cash Advance. They hold your personal check until your next payday, and you get cash, no waiting. At 8, all is well. Well, almost. National Cash Advance. Cash at the speed of your life.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries has more Lazy Boy furniture than any other store. In fact, there's only one way to describe our incredible selection. Stop by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries and see for yourself. It's not too late to get Lazy Boy furniture in time for the holidays. That is, as long as you get over to Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's holiday sale before we, well, wrap things up.
It's nice to know it's there. There's nothing like an Ale 8-1. 18 Action Sports is brought to you by All Sports, Fayette Mall and Lexington Mall. Ask the pros at All Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live at Cardinal Stadium here in Louisville, where Boyle County, the Boyle County Rebels football team, well, they've just completed their dream season. Boyle County is now 15-0 on the season. They just polished off the Glasgow Scotties in the Class 2A state championship. Here's how it all unfolded. The Boyle County Rebels getting jacked up in their first ever state championship appearance. Second quarter action, Boyle County erupted for 21 points on Glasgow. Boyle's first touchdown came on a lucky bounce. Matt Quinn bobbling the ball into the end zone. Justin Anderson is there for the recovery. Add the PAT, 7-0 Boyle County. Still second quarter. Boyle County comes through with a huge play. The Glasgow field goal attempt is blocked, and Rafe Holderman, one of the few seniors on Boyle County's team, scoops up the pigskin and zips 77 yards down the sideline. And the point after, Boyle County led 14-0, and the throng of Boyle County fans, they loved what they were seeing. After Glasgow scored to cut Boyle's lead down to 14-6, the Rebs strike again. Third score of the half. Matt Quinn gets his second touchdown of the half, and Boyle County took a 21-6 lead into the locker room. Neither team scored a point in the third quarter, but just minutes ago in the fourth quarter, Boyle County started another explosive drive. Matt Quinn, 21 yards, a huge game for the junior. Then the backbreaker. Jeff Duggins, the sophomore, with the perfect touch right in your living room to Boomer Johnson. And Boyle County built a 29-6 lead in the fourth quarter. And that was your final, 29-6. Boyle County, the Rebels, your state champion. We'll have more in sports in the second half hour.
All right, Gary, thanks a lot. Congratulations to the Boyle County Rebels. Now, of course, tomorrow's big game is the Bryan Station St. X Showdown. The 4A battle takes place at 4 o'clock. The Defenders and the Tigers have a lot in common, from their green and gold colors to their identical 13-1 records. But only one can go home a champion. Bryan Station hasn't had a state football title in 17 years. That could all change tomorrow when the loaded Defenders take on the home team favorite. But Station is stacked, from the king of the option, J.T. Haskins, who also doubles as a defensive threat, to running backs Eric Shelton and Greg Shadell. They put a hurting on anyone who gets in their way. Bottom line, this team is hungry, and their menu features nothing but St. X Tigers.
The thought of, JT and Robert and Eric on AstroTurf is, we've, sitting around coaching meetings, we thought, man, I wonder what those guys would really be like on AstroTurf. And so we're going to get a chance to see.
And with so much focus placed on high school football, it might be easy to forget that there's also a little basketball game on the schedule. The Kentucky Wildcats will travel up to Indy to take on Bobby Knight's Hoosiers tomorrow at 3:30. The Cats are coming off a tough loss to Dayton last Monday. Poor shooting and turnovers were Kentucky's vices versus the Flyers. This week, the Cats have hit the practice floor hard, but it won't get any easier tomorrow night. The 23rd ranked Hoosiers are undefeated and come stacked with good shooters, meaning the Cats have to find some of that missing magic, especially since their schedule reads as one of the toughest in the country.
Well, I knew we'd have a tough time with our schedule. If we, with a team like this, I think you need to lighten up the schedule. To be honest, to build confidence.
We want to play a tough schedule that get us ready for the tough SEC schedule and March Madness. I mean, when we get there, but a cupcake schedule, it really doesn't help you improve on anything too much. It just gets you a lot of blowout victories.
So big game tomorrow. Of course, we got so excited about Boyle County's win, we forgot to mention Beechwood won the Class A game earlier today over Hancock County.
And we got a Bryan Station grad in here. He's leading cheers. Good luck to him tomorrow. Thank you, Krista.
You bet.
Hate letters disrupt campus life at Eastern Kentucky University in Richmond. That story is straight ahead. And Fayette County school administrators get some training from the Los Angeles Police Department. We'll explain as 18 Action News continues.
'Tis the season to go shopping, and now through Saturday, Kroger is having a Holiday Madness sale. Bring in your Kroger Plus card for great holiday savings. This week's Sara Lee fruit pies are 99 cents. A half gallon of Edie's Grand Ice Cream is $1.99. Canada Dry Ginger Ale, 2 liters are 2 for $1. 3 pounds or more fresh ground chuck, just 99 cents a pound. And Tyson Holly Farms chicken breast is also 99 cents a pound. Don't miss Kroger's Holiday Madness sale.
Over the years, a lot of businesses have put their names on one line of trucks. The one that offers the most powerful V10. The one that was first to offer quad cab versatility. And the longest lasting full-size pickup on the road. We understand this name thing. We're pretty fussy about what we put ours on, too. And now you can lease a Ram Quad Cab 1500 V8 4x2 for $299 a month.
my job, but being sweet and wonderful all day takes a lot out of you. Excuse me? Clouds. So, when it's snack time, I feel I deserve something sweet and wonderful in return, like these Philadelphia snack bars.
The delicious taste of cheesecake in a clever little bar.
Oh. Up here we recycle.
New Philadelphia snack bars.
Now there's a place to get pizza made the way you'd make it if you could, with the same tomato sauce used in fine Italian restaurants. Sauce made from fresh-cooked, vine-ripened tomatoes. And that's only one reason why Papa John's is now the fastest-growing pizza company in America. Call and we'll deliver all the delicious reasons right to your door. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Call today for Papa John's Extra Large Grand Papa with 2 toppings and a 2-liter of Coke for just $10.99.
You're watching WLEX-TV 18.
Good evening and thanks for watching. I'm Melanie Glasscock. John McGarry has the night off. Eastern Kentucky University police are investigating a threatening letter found in a male dorm. Now, authorities say the note made reference to killing homosexuals and anyone acquainted with them. Chris Lupian joins us live from our newsroom with the latest. Chris.
Melanie, university leaders and students both agree the letter is disturbing. Most students say it's probably a joke, but either way, the university is taking this threat very seriously. 2 weeks ago today, authorities say 2 copies of the letter were found in a bathroom on the 12th floor of Keene Hall, the floor Greg Drury lives on. He says most of his neighbors are shocked.
I think everybody is genuinely concerned, but the university is doing a good job to help us out and look into the investigation.
According to the police report, the author states that he will use handguns, pocket knives, pipe bombs, and shotguns or any means necessary. The letter also ends by saying, "Remember Columbine, Colorado." While some students are nervous, others aren't taking it very seriously at all.
I see it more as probably just being a big joke. I've never met anyone down here that's ever been that extreme about any kind of racism or anything.
But university leaders say this threat is no laughing matter.
If the investigation does, in fact, produce results and charges are brought, then Kentucky Revised Statute provides very specific forms of punishment.
Now, as of right now, university police say they have no suspects or leads. Melanie?
Okay, thank you, Chris. Now, EKU officials say threats like this are rare on their campus. Well, Scott County Middle School is dealing with a threatening note of its own, but they're pretty sure that it's a prank gone bad. An assistant principal was given a piece of paper labeled hit lists that contain the names of 4 or 5 students. The school is conducting an investigation. However, it's pretty sure a spiteful student or several students are behind the note because the student's signature claiming responsibility was misspelled. But some situations are real. We've heard of kids carrying guns and setting off homemade bombs. Well, today, Fayette County Schools became one of the first districts in the nation to learn how to defuse violent problems. And that's before they spin out of control. Education reporter Cheryl Frazel joins us to explain. Cheryl.
Well, Melanie, Los Angeles is home to some of the roughest school districts in the U.S., and police there have become experts at warding off trouble before it happens. Well, this week, the L.A. police are here in Lexington teaching some of our teachers some of the tricks they've learned. The situation: a young teacher finds flowers on her car in the school parking lot, left there by her abusive husband. It's a warning sign of danger and time for the school to take action.
I think the other thing for an adult that you could do to support them is to make sure that there are people to watch for as that person goes to her car and from the car.
Dozens of Fayette County teachers, counselors, and principals are learning how to cope with threatening situations that could happen at school. Squires Elementary counselor Karen Brock is among them, and she says even threats that involve adults could put the children in danger.
If there were children around at the time, and if he were very aggressive, then if there could be innocent children and adults involved.
The key is diffusing situations before they turn violent, so adults and children alike feel safe at school.
There are kids that are living in such fear that they stay home from school because they're afraid of being assaulted, they've been threatened by another student and so forth, and there are situations that are unfolding all the time.
Now today the trainees brainstormed on dozens of different situations, everything from bullying to bomb threats, and they were told how to pinpoint kids and even staff members who might be likely to get violent at school. Melanie?
Okay, Cheryl. Well, Lexington is the first school district outside of Los Angeles that's been trained on threat assessment. The Center for School Safety is picking up that tab. 2 women are suing Lexington police officers after a raid on a local bar last year. Deborah Brown and Rosa Croucher are accusing police of unlawful arrest and harassment at Haney's Bar. It happened while police were investigating an incident in which a UK player was hit and killed by a train after drinking at that bar. Lexington Police Chief Larry Walsh is not commenting on that lawsuit. In Powell County, it was Judgment Day for the area's water system. Would a makeshift pipeline provide enough water to keep the reservoir from running dry? Well, this morning, there was only enough water in that lake for 10 more days. A pump and pipeline constructed yesterday was turned on for the first time today, and while the flow is enough to keep the reservoir from dropping further, it's still not enough to fill it back up.
It'll keep us in water, but we're still in a serious situation. You know, we need to still conserve water. We don't need, everything stays the same.
Now, state tests on the Red River show the water is clean enough to be treated. The makeshift pipeline will be in place until enough rain falls to increase that level of the reservoir. Well, if you drive through Boyle County tonight and it seems deserted, maybe it's because the county has moved west, like Louisville west. As you heard in our last half hour, Boyle County High School has just won its very first state title, enough to give you cold chills. Our Noreen Tiongson is live at the football playoffs in Louisville. Noreen, an exciting place right now.
Yes, Melanie, this place is not just exciting. It is full of excitement, now all gone. Of course, these people have all the excitement in the air because of the fact that they've won this game, not just any game, the state championship game. And you can bet that town is virtually empty. Boyle County High School looked like a ghost town today. No signs of life, but signs that indicate a team that's finally made it. Outside, fans board a bus bound to Louisville, where they will watch their team play for the state championship for the first time in Boyle County history.
Pretty cool since we've never been to the state yet. Yeah. It's really exciting. Yeah. We only had to go to school half a day, so that was really neat too. We get to go game.
Pretty much once in a lifetime. This is the first time Boyle County's ever been to state, and I pretty much hope they win tonight.
Pretty much? Well, others seem pretty convinced.
Oh yeah, we're gonna kick butt. We're just gonna kick butt.
I'm very excited. I'm glad we're gonna go to state, and I hope we can win it.
But it wasn't just the students. It seems the whole town was behind their hometown heroes.
Oh, some of the places, some of the businesses have closed, and everybody's just real excited, ready to go.
And indeed they did, which didn't thrill some Boyle County fans.
My hairdresser took off to go to the game.
Yeah,
Linda Visdresser. Oh yeah, I'm excited, but not because I'm not getting my hair done. So.
But nevertheless, the Rebels are state champion bound, and their fans are bound to follow them all the way to the top.
Everybody's excited. Everybody's ready to go, and we're ready to take state.
Now, Boyle County can officially pass out those championship T-shirts and hats that they've had for a while, they told me. Now, Boyle County, that small little quiet town today, will be full of excitement tonight when they can officially call themselves for the first time ever the AA state champions. But for now, I'm Noreen Tiongson reporting live from the Cardinal Stadium here in Louisville. Melanie, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Noreen. And we'll have all that celebrating and the aftermath coming up tonight on 18 Action News at 11, so you'll want to tune in for that. Well, then, exhausted but excited Kentucky lawyer became the first American and the first woman to row across the Atlantic Ocean alone. Louisville's Tori Murden finished her 3,000-mile trip this morning in Guadalupe. The 36-year-old celebrated a triumphant journey that began in September by waving an American flag as she finished her voyage. Now, her legs were a bit wobbly when she set foot on land for the first time in 81 days. Hurricane Lenny slowed Murden's process and her progress, at one time ending the boat turned over and it threw her out into that water. Well, actually, we're looking for a little water in the form of rain this weekend. Kevin Hall, can you give it to us?
Quick answer, yes. It's because of an area of low pressure which
As you know, the counterclockwise motion around an area of low pressure is starting to throw a lot of that moisture in our direction. What does it mean for not only our weekend, but the start of our work week? I'll let you know with the 18 Storm Team forecast coming up next.
I'm Tom Brokaw. Tonight, the real toy story, what every parent and grandparent needs to know. How the government makes sure that toys are safe just in time for the holidays. A special look inside the testing laboratories. Don't miss NBC Nightly News tonight.
We're doing it for Christmas, Lexington Mall.
Easy to find, eager to please. Easiest location in town. The service is great, so don't hesitate. Stop that driving around.
We're doing it for Christmas.
It's easy to see Lexington Mall has the easiest shopping by far. We guarantee you when you finish your spree, you'll be able to find your car.
We're doing it for Christmas, Lexington Mall.
It's nice to know it's there. There's nothing like an AL81.
Henderson Music Company Eastland Shopping Center is having a fantastic pre-Christmas sale. Save 30 to 50% on all Yamaha and Youngchang pianos, also Clavinova, Kurzweil, and Technics digital pianos. This Yamaha disc Veer piano plays itself with a disc. We also have a big selection of used pianos. Now, Allison wants to say something.
Grandpa, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
We'll see you soon at the Henderson Music Company Eastland Shopping Center in Lexington.
Traffic crash victims won't be home for Christmas. Some were killed on Kentucky highways. Now all their nights are silent.
Don't be the other guy. Keep your season bright and help us keep Kentucky roads safe. Drive smart.
Hardee's new pork chop sandwich and biscuit. A boneless pork chop, lightly breaded on the Kaiser bun or made from scratch biscuit. At Hardee's, where the food's the star.
18 Storm Team weather is brought to you by Kentucky Utilities.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Very mild outside. These are temperatures reported within the hour. The coolest we could find, you'd have to travel up to Covington, Cincinnati area, where they're reporting 54 degrees. Here at the Bluegrass Airport, we're at 55, relative humidity at 45%. You can see the pressure, 30.10. Southerly winds, pumping up the heat, 15 miles per hour, so it's just a little breezy outside. 18 Storm Team dual Doppler showing a lot of those showers that are moving in. Now, the system that is bringing us these showers is starting to lose a lot of its oomph as it moves into the Bluegrass region. So we will see just some scattered, drizzly stuff during the course of the evening. Our 18 Storm Team Future Track starts tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. and look at what happens during the overnight. We will have at least the possibility of seeing some rather steady rainfall out of the system. But as we go through the day, it's gone. The clouds will stick around, but this front will start to get its act together, bringing rather severe weather from Missouri all the way down into portions of Arkansas and even to portions of Louisiana and eastern portions of Texas as it continues to move towards us. We do have the potential of seeing some thunderstorms in places far west around Paducah. Bowling Green could also see some thunderstorms, but here you see what happens as it gets into the central portion of the state, loses a lot of its energy. And so, yeah, we will get some rain out of this system, and we need that rain, but it won't be any real violent stuff. Here's your forecast. We'll call for cloudy skies with occasional drizzle. It will be mild, 52 degrees during the evening hours. Winds will be out of the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, tomorrow, it is going to be mostly cloudy, but we could see a few breaks in the cloudiness, not a whole lot, very similar to today. It will be breezy but mild, 68 degrees for the daytime high. South winds continue at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's your extended forecast, and there you can see we are going to be dealing with at least the possibility of showers for the next several days. Looks like Wednesday will be the dry day. And those showers, even though they're constant on our graphic there, we might have just some hit and miss showers for the most part. It looks like Sunday and Monday will be the rainiest of the several days that you see rain posted on our extended forecast.
Yeah, the people in Powell County will be down there dancing if we
That's
get some
right.
real rain. Okay, thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome.
When it comes to driving, do you lead by example, or are your teens picking up some of your bad habits behind the wheel? We'll explain in For the Family coming up next.
'Tis the season to go shopping, and now through Saturday, Kroger is having a Holiday Madness sale. Bring in your Kroger Plus card for great holiday savings. This week, Sara Lee fruit pies are 99 cents. A half gallon of Edie's Grand Ice Cream is $1.99. Tony's frozen pizzas are 3 for $5. 3 pounds or more fresh ground chuck, just 99 cents a pound. And crispy head lettuce is only 58 cents each. Don't miss Kroger's Holiday Madness sale.
Get out of here.
What? You want to dance, old man?
Want strong bones? Calcium may help prevent osteoporosis.
At Speedway and Super America, you'll always save on quality gasolines for less, plus a whole lot more. And now, with every qualifying gasoline or Coca-Cola purchase, you'll get a free holiday coaster featuring the famous Coca-Cola Santa. Plus, for just $15.99, get this collector's edition holiday carrier truck that actually lights up and comes with a '53 Classic Corvette. A free holiday coaster and a collectible truck for just $15.99.
For the holidays, Speedway and Super America.
Jeep Grand Cherokee has our most advanced anti-lock brake system ever. Perfect for the stop and go of rush hour traffic. Lease a new Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $359 a month. Check one out at your Jeep dealer.
Last week, 23 million Americans spent their holiday in Providence. NBC Tonight begins with the show that warms your heart, Providence. Then, on an all-new Dateline, mother and daughter are back together with a triumphant return.
She's back.
The Jane Pauley interview with the Judds on an all-new Dateline. And on a special Friday, Law and Order. A citywide manhunt takes an explosive turn.
Hey, man, no! Don't do that!
Providence, followed by an all-new Dateline and Law and Order, NBC Tonight.
Well, we've been keeping a close eye on our Mountain of Love out at Fayette Mall, and several of you have dropped off some canned good items to help out some needy families, and we thank you. Our Tracy Kornet joins us now. She's at the base of that mountain tonight watching it grow. Tracy.
I am watching it grow. Before my eyes, several families have come up with bags of groceries. You can take a look at them. They stick them in their trunk, come on out shopping, and drop them off at the Mountain of Love. Just some unnecessary, unneeded items in their own cabinet. Some of them have gone out and shopped for some canned goods, and we certainly hope that you all will do the same. Make it a tradition with your family and give your kids a little lesson in the true meaning of the holiday season. And speaking of families, did you know that 16-year-olds are 20 times more likely to crash than any other driver on the road? Why, and what can parents do about it? As a beginning driver, just learning how to start the car can be a challenge. But once rolling on the road, it doesn't take long to become furious at fellow motorists.
Probably when I'm like driving down the highway, somebody just cuts you off, and it's like, you know, people just drive like crazy.
But kids often don't control their emotions as well as adults and are more prone to act like they own the road.
We start seeing driving as a right, and that everybody else on the highway is supposed to take care of my rights and to take care of my way of doing this, and they then become jerks.
There are a number of psychological factors that lead to road rage. The sense of protection and isolation one feels in a car, the impersonalization of other drivers. But most importantly, parents need to be aware that whatever example they set will likely be exaggerated by their kids.
We'd be going home or something, and the person would take a little too long to go to the green light, and you would just swear, beep the horn, like, let's go, let's go, let's go.
I've seen my parents do it.
If their parents are bad drivers or impatient drivers or inconsiderate drivers, and they learn about that, and they more quickly get into that place themselves.
Experts say parents must pay attention to their own driving habits and try to teach road civility by example. But if that lesson doesn't sink in, parents should be ready to take more drastic measures.
To say to the child, I don't like how you're driving, I'm going to take your keys away.
Take the keys away. Remember, parents have the ultimate control. Of course, experts say a good driving school is imperative, and to give your child plenty of time to practice in the parking lot out here at Fayette Mall, for example, only not during this holiday season. Wait until January. Meanwhile, get your cars on down here, your teenagers, your kids. Bring some non-perishable items here to the Mountain of Love by December 12th. Melanie?
Okay, thank you, Tracy. Well, if you hear some rumbling out west, that's just the state championship crowd in Louisville tonight. Those Rebels came out on top, and our Gary Johnson was there to witness it. Gary.
We are live at Cardinal Stadium right now, where Boyle County has just put a cap on a 15-0 season. Matt Quinn is the star of the game, and look what he is holding right now, the state championship trophy. We'll have Sports Live in just a minute and talk about how it all unfolded. Stick around.
There's something brand new at Fazoli's. Laschetti. It's lasagna and spaghetti layered together, then smothered in a zesty sauce from Fazoli's very secret recipe.
You take a tomato and you squash it and sauce comes out.
Lasagna, spaghetti, Laschetti for one low price.
Because it's very nice and yummy.
What's better than getting everything you want for Christmas? How about getting it for 50% off? This Friday and Saturday, you can during Goodies 50% off sale. Save 50% on men's and junior selected woven shirts, kids flannel or thermal shirts now 50% off. Wrap up selected fashion knit shirts also 50% off. 2 full days of savings at half the price. Goodies 50% off sale Friday and Saturday till 11 p.m. only at Goodies. Low prices never look so good.
Give me a smile, you. Jeremy, will you stop playing with your presents and get into the picture, please? I'm not going to ask you again. Jeremy.
Come to Lowe's for hundreds of name brand tools they won't be able to put down. Like a DeWalt 12-volt cordless drill, a Black & Decker pivot screwdriver, or a Delta 10-inch miter saw. Can't decide? Let them choose it themselves with a Lowe's gift card. Lowe's. Great gifts, great prices.
We know you're out there, the fanatics, the ones who think every tooth deserves special attention. That's the radical idea behind the new Mentadent Surround. It's the only toothbrush with an outer base that moves, while its bristles wrap and surround teeth for a clean so complete you can feel it. All of which makes the sugar honeys want to sing hallelujah. New Mentadent Surround, meant to be different. Are you meant for Mentadent?
I can't stand phony. That's why I like these Arby's chicken fingers. They're the genuine article.
Try Arby's real all-white meat chicken fingers.
Have a news tip? Call the 18 Action News Tip line, 381-1801. Or from a Bell South Mobility phone, press star 1818. 18 Action Sports is brought to you by All Sports, Fayette Mall and Lexington Mall. Ask the pros at All Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Boyle County, the high school football team there in Boyle County just puts a cap on its dream season. 15-0 on the year. You know, only a few people at the very beginning of the year thought we could do this. We had a record crowd at Cardinal Stadium. Before we take another look at the trophy, let's go to the highlights. As we take a look at that big crowd, I swear everybody in Boyle County had to be present at this game. More than 8,000 on hand as Boyle County met Glasgow. The story of this game was twofold. Junior running back Matt Quinn, 163 yards and a touchdown, and some great defense on Boyle County's part, like this field goal attempt blocked by Boyle County. Senior Rafe Holderman, a guy who took the spotlight and really made it shine today. He took it all the way back. This one was one of 3 touchdowns in the second quarter for Boyle County. Boyle County goes on to win 29-6 for their first ever state championship. Our star of the game, 163 yards strong. Matt Quinn is here. Here's the big question. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, we start working for this at camp. I mean, we work hard all year long. I mean, this pays off by the end of the year.
You were a man among men. You were not going to be denied today. You would not go down. There had to be 4 guys on you every single play.
I mean, that's the way it's been all year. I mean, they give me the ball, and I want to be in the end zone every time. I mean, I just feel like there's nobody that can really take me down. But sometimes I get hit pretty hard, but sometimes I just keep my feet moving.
And a great game. The man who has orchestrated all this for Boyle County is the head coach, Chuck Smith. You said earlier it took you 17 years to get here. How does it feel for you? You finally made it, and you won it. 15-0. 15-0. Think about it.
State champs, 15-0. We've been working for years there at Boyle County to get this done. This is the first state championship in Boyle County's history, and all these people came to see it. It was great.
Quickly now, in the third quarter, you guys were up 21-6. You stopped the Scotty drive and deep in your all's territory. Big play of the game right there when they fumbled and you recovered.
Oh, it was a huge play. The defense really played well the second half after we got adjusted to their speed. And they've been making plays all year long. And, you win championships with defense, and I think that proved it tonight. They came up with a big play when we needed it.
Big celebration at the school starting at 9 o'clock at Boyle County High School. Here are the champs, 15-0. Let's go back to the studio. Way to go.
I think Chuck Smith is a little excited.
I wouldn't want to get in his way.
I'll tell you some numbers, too. That's their first state championship ever. Earlier today, Beechwood won their 7th title ever. Now, tomorrow, 2 big games. The 3A championship will get started at noon. That is Owensboro and Highlands. Highlands holds the state record for state titles, 13. They're going for their 14th. And then Bryan Station, of course, will play at 4 o'clock, and they will go for their first title in 17 years. Yes.
Out of Louisville.
Yeah.
That's kind of a Lexington, Louisville thing,
It's the tradition thing, yeah. So that'll be a big one. Of course, we'll have all that coming up tomorrow.
And then Kentucky plays Indiana tomorrow
It's
also.
a big weekend. Can you fit all that in your schedule?
I don't think my schedule has all that. Thank you, Krista.
You're welcome.
Well, the holiday season is in the air, and people are pulling out the lights and the garland and the music. Do you know of a house that's decorated to the nines? Well, we're going to showcase one shining example just ahead. Tonight on 18 Action News at 11, Boyle County High School fans taste sweet success. We'll give you a front row seat to their victory bash. And a Louisville woman marks a victory of her own as she paddles her way into the history books. Plus,
Storm Tracker 18 indicating that we'll have showers moving through the bluegrass. We'll have the details on 18 Action News at 11.
Could your school use a $500 donation? How about $1,000 for supplies and equipment? Introducing Winn-Dixie School Pals, the easy way to raise the money your school needs just by shopping at Winn-Dixie. See store for details. While you're there, save on WD assorted pork chops. Family packs just 97 cents a pound. And Charmin's only $5.98 for a 24-roll package.
While you're at the marketplace, Winn-Dixie Marketplace. Isn't life delicious?
It's Kohl's Night in a Day sale with Night Owl specials Friday only from 4 till 11 p.m. Like 50% off Body Sort's bath and body sets. And take an extra 15% off all kitchen electrics. Then get great early bird specials Saturday from 7 till noon only. Save 50% on all holiday home textiles. And take an extra 10% off all 14-karat gold chains, bracelets, and earrings. Save store-wide during Kohl's Night in a Day sale. Shop Friday, shop again Saturday.
Pretty confident right now. Know I can do all these things for the kids. They haven't been able to do it before. The granddaughter, she was wondering that last week or two, she's wanting to go to Campbellsville College because it is a Christian school. And she had no idea how she was going to pay for it. I told her the other day, I said, Katie, said, you have no worries. You can go anywhere you want to and have a car that you want.
Good morning, it's Wednesday. At 10, your neighbor calls. Your dog ran off with his running shoes. At 1, your daughter announces she needs her sugar plum costume for the school play. At 3, you say yes to a baby shower for a coworker. At 4:15, the cash machine says no. At 4:30, you enter National Cash Advance. They hold your personal check until your next payday, and you get cash, no waiting. At 9, all is quiet. Too quiet.
Mom!
National Cash Advance. Cash at the speed of your life.
It's hard to believe we're in December and still in a drought, and the people of Powell County really need rain right now.
And it does look like for the next several days, as we look at the extended, we will have the chance of rain. It looks like Sunday and Monday will be a real strong soaking, and that's fortunate. Of course, it's all coming from that system you see right there. It's an area of low pressure, throwing a lot of those clouds in our direction and looking like it'll stick around for the weekend.
Okay, and for the parade tomorrow?
Looks like we'll have a few breaks in the clouds, a few breaks in the rain, so just bring an umbrella, but it'll be very mild. 68 degrees, 10 degrees better than today.
That'll warm snow that Santa's throwing is going to melt.
For sure.
Okay, thank you.
All righty.
In Nicholasville, a community is coming together to help a 10-month-old boy. Connor Carson has just gone through a very expensive heart transplant, and now his hometown is reaching out to help Connor's family pay some of those medical expenses. And the celebrating has begun in Boyle County. The caravan of Rebel fans is now heading back to Danville after today's state championship game. Coming up tonight at 11, we will show you how their hometown is gearing up for one huge victory party. That's coming up tonight at 11, so make sure you stay tuned for that. As we said, Christmas is on the way, and we want to spread some good cheer with sights and sounds of some beautiful lights. Look at this. It's a house on Bryan Station Road here in Lexington. Now, if you know of a house decorated all like this, all you need to do is get a pen and paper, write this number down, send us a postcard at 1065 Russell Cave Road, Lexington, 40505. You see them all around town, east, south,
not at mine.
Northwest, not at your house.
I'm not very crafty.
Please write us out. Y'all have a great weekend, and you'll be back tonight at 11.
Yes,
right?
I will.
Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.